just, he's done so much. It's really, really admirable. All right,
and then we've got this matchup here. JigglerJoggler is most likely going to be going Lucario. That's kind of a staple.
Yeah, I think it's pretty safe to say this is going to be Lucario Seftel. They're pretty much solo mains. You know, I know the White Chocolate mess around characters, but not in tournaments.
Yeah, very seldomly will he actually use Charizard unless he feels like it's a matchup or a circumstance that he can actually get away with. He decided to just stick with the standard. And the thing about Jiggler that's also pretty important is that he's actually trying his best to apply more pressure. It's going to be important, especially since Seftel has so many different coverage options. If he's given too much space, there could be problems.
Yeah, and we mentioned that these guys are solo character mains, but they're also solo support mains, which is very rare. And they're using unorthodox supports, especially Jiggler. Jiggler uses Litten exclusively, which is a very, very interesting choice. It's not a support that a lot of people use right now. Not even a support set a lot of people use right now. But he makes sure work of it. He uses it to punish.
Oh, trying to catch him with the Leaf Blade, but that JY giving him the combo that he needs and just going straight for the lunge, trying to keep for that pressure thanks to Force Palm. And now just keeping him up against the wall, which is important. If White Chocolate is given any space right now, it's going to be a problem.
No. A little bit late there on that E-speed.
At this point, Jiggler does have both his Synergy and Litten on deck, and he wasn't worried about any of those cancels that White Chocolate pulled.
Oh, no, and he caught him buffering a second jab.
He tried too hard with that, and now he's got himself in a bit of a tough situation.
White Chocolate is trying to bait something out with movement here.
He does have Rayquaza on deck, and it would be probably ideal for him to consider using it. But again,
pops the burst very early. He must have it a read. And there we go.
Trying to go for the grab, probably expecting maybe E-speed or just a standard counter. Maybe Jiggler was going to stay in place, but none of that actually happened.
And you see White Chocolate switching to Mimikyu now. He uses Mimikyu to apply pressure. He has unblockables with it. Yeah. It's a very interesting support, and it kind of makes sense versus Lucario. It's still a very unorthodox support, but if it hits, and it hits both of the hits, they have each hit, there's 2 hits a wave, and there's 4 waves. And they all apply 2 debuffs. One is attack, and one is Synergy Burst weaken. I don't remember the official name off the top of my head. But if he has both those on, then you do very little damage in Burst, because you have putting burst.
But with all of that being said, it was really good that JigglerJoggler actually recognized everything that you just mentioned and made sure not to get snuffed by any of that.
He was very aware of the support choice. Oh, and here comes Litten. He's not going to get any conversion off it, but he's going to get a knockdown. He's going to get to start this turn. But
now he's got the defense debuff, and plus this rage, you can see that's a lot of damage in White Chocolate's favor. Mimikyu's also going to be back on deck. So right now, Jay has to be careful. Wow.
And there we go.
Very good catch with the debuff, actually setting that up in place.
So now, what the debuffs do, while he has them, which they last for a decent amount of time, around 10 seconds, depending on how many of the hits you get of the support, it's going to dissuade him from using Earth, but it's not going to matter. He's going to find his opening, and he's going to steal the round, because Jiggler's a very solid player.
That was very good by JigglerJoggler, considering that, White Chocolate did have a lot of cancels. He had a lot of opportunities to use the support. Mimikyu did strike once, but then he was actually able to pace out those 10 seconds where Jay was able to just catch him with the 2Y into Bone Rush, which also acknowledges the fact that he's really good with the spacing, recognizing that.
Definitely. Jiggler is a very, very fundamentally sound player. He doesn't come out to, well, he's been coming out to things more. What we were talking about earlier is Destiny. He actually upset who was arguably the best player in the world, or in North America at that time, thanks to a lot, beating him and sending him to losers, which was a crazy upset, probably the craziest upset in Pokken we've seen in a long time, and just showcasing his strong game sense.
Yeah, that's probably why he's doing so well in this matchup right now.
Yes. And thanks a lot, obviously playing Seftel as well. What a grab. Obviously playing Seftel as well, so he can't be a stranger to this matchup.
And then that Force Palm also allowing JigglerJoggler to build up synergy, using the 8Y to make sure that White Chocolate didn't jump at all. But now all that space is coming back because you actually guessed wrong with that grab.
Interesting choice. Ooh. Good spacing, calling out that he was going to approach behind his Litten.
And now trapping him with the Leech Seed, waiting for it to actually come out. Still hasn't used Mega Rayquaza as of late.
He's definitely waiting for an opportunity.
Very good patience by JigglerJoggler.
Very, very good neutral right now. They're both just trying to bait something out. They're not overextending with moves.
And then that Leaf Blade is actually whipping the JY.
And that was a very, very smart play, good spacing, good bait from White Chocolate, but he angled his JY wrong, and that ended up costing him the round right there.
The JY actually has an incredible hitbox. Really nice catch by White Chocolate using his forward Y for the flash kick. Even though Mimikyu didn't actually make the strike, it gave him the momentum for the phase shift.
Yeah, taking note that Mimikyu fell out, or the JigglerJoggler fell out of his combo and immediately picking it up, didn't stop, didn't skip a beat. He's obviously very experienced with the support, and it's showing. Oh, and
wow.
He's going to try and use a reversal on White Cup, but he's going to get stuffed, because JigglerJoggler is just going to run up and burst.
The rawest of burst attacks. And White Chocolate was expecting that he was probably just going to come up and start attacking by onslaught. That was indeed not the case, forcing White Chocolate to actually use his burst.
Oh, and that's not going to punish.
Yeah, he was a little too late. It was very good response by him, but he noticed it a little too late. The downward swing actually going to be
very strong
Jigglers.
back catch. Very, very good choice.
Oh, plus Dragon Breath. And one more time, trying to cause a little bit more chip damage. Nobody wants to draw.
Oh, that was an interesting attempt to grab, but he's going to live.
Jiggler had the perfect block right there, but unfortunately, it was not the best circumstance or the best choice.
It's a very hard spot to be in.
Again, catching with the JY.
What?
That huge stalling hitbox actually going to be exactly what JigglerJoggler needs to actually bring it back.
And now he's back in the game. Now they're both very
Trying
even.
to contemplate the tick throw.
And that's going to be it. And JigglerJoggler's going to take it. Wow, what a solid comeback. Sceptile is one of the hardest characters to approach when you have the deficit, especially when you're going to die from the next hit, because JY is just a strong option. Oh, look at him.
Shout out to
What a rock star.
Jiggler for patting the Litten for good luck. He knew it.